This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. President Trump delivered his first State of the Union address, promising a new era of prosperity, calling it our new American moment. No mention was made of the ongoing Russia investigation. The president instead focusing on the economy and many other already talked about issues. ABC's Alana Zach is there on Capitol Hill and has the latest.
Good evening. The economy dominated much of the president's remarks tonight, but he also discussed threats to national security, including North Korea and terrorism, and made the announcement that he may in fact be keeping open the detention facility at Guantanamo Bay.
The state of our union is strong because our people are strong.
In his first State of the Union address, President Trump focused on the economy and his signature legislative victory, tax reform.
This, in fact, is our new American moment. There has never been a better time to start living the American dream.
The White House promised an uplifting, unifying speech from President Trump.
I call upon all of us to set aside our differences, to seek out common ground, and to summon the unity we need to deliver for the people.
But some on the left expressed skepticism at the president's calls for unity.
This administration isn't just targeting the laws that protect us. They're targeting the very idea that we are all worthy of protection.
Several Democrats boycotted this speech. Others wore African textiles in protest of the president's controversial comments about immigrants from Africa. And many female Democrats wore black and Reese stickers in solidarity with the Me Too movement. But bipartisanship will be needed to pass a new infrastructure bill and immigration reform.
This vital reform is necessary not just for our economy, but for our security and for the future of America.
And Congress has only a week and a half to come to a consensus on the fate of DACA before time runs out on the current continuing resolution to fund the government.
And if applause was any indication tonight, the president faces an uphill battle and some strict opposition from many Democrats in the chamber, as well as some Republicans to several of his proposals, including immigration reform. Reporting live from the Capitol, Lana Zach, ABC News. Back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Lana, for that update. Well, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a look at our first alert forecast and what you can expect into tomorrow morning. Bob?
Already cool, Jacqueline. Right now, 49 degrees, and the dew point's actually lowered over the last few hours now, down to 37. We have an east-northeast wind at 10, and the barometer now 30.29, and that continues to soar. High pressure will dominate our weather overnight and tomorrow, so look for clear skies, and the temperatures dropping down into the low 40s, and a little bit of breeze will make it feel even colder out there, but not much of a wind, again, expected tomorrow morning. Right now, anywhere from 10 to 15 miles an hour for the most part, so not all that strong, but any wind that you do encounter, it's going to make it feel all that much colder, especially to start things off tomorrow morning. Well, as far as the temperatures go, we will take it into the 9 o'clock hour or so. You can see we are going to be down into the upper 40s and then warm up later in the day into the upper 60s. So it should be quite pleasant in the afternoon. It will be on a chilly start to start the day, but it should be a nice warm finish, and we are looking for not much going on as far as advisories go until off into the Gulf of Mexico. This is a small craft advisory. It will be in effect until, again, 10 a.m., so that's going to be an issue for boaters tomorrow. We have the upper level clouds continuing to stream overhead, but no rain anticipated in our weather, at least for the next couple of days. But things will start to change as we move on into the weekend. Once again, we could see some rain enter into the weather picture. We'll have the latest on that with another cold front headed our way. We'll also talk a little bit about the blue moon and the super moon and the blood moon, all coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Bob. The victim of a recent shooting in Sarasota County is now in stable condition and speaking with detectives. A man was shot Monday morning in the 5300 block of Beneva Woods Circle. Detectives say those involved knew each other, and they are also talking to neighbors in the area to find out more about the incident. A lockdown at Riverview High School this morning is now being investigated as a suspicious incident by the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. School officials say a student saw a threat on Snapchat and reported it to administrators. The video appeared to have shown the butt of a gun along with a person indicating a potential threat to campus. Sheriff's investigators Investigators have talked with the student who posted the threat and determined that it was not a credible source. The video in question is no longer accessible, but the sheriff's office says the student involved is cooperating with detectives. The sheriff's office adds that the student denied making any threats or making that video. A Sarasota High School registrar is without a job this evening after a Snapchat video surfaced of her dancing on a counter at a birthday party and a 17-year-old Riverview High School student next to her drinking what appears to be alcohol. The principal of Riverview High School got a hold of that video last week and turned it over to the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office to investigate a possible relationship between 39-year-old Rowena Short and that student. The minor denied any relationship to the school employee, telling law enforcement he heard about the party through social media. The sheriff's office traced the party's location back to a Sarasota High School assistant principal's home. The sheriff's office was unable to find any substantial evidence of an inappropriate relationship or that a district employee supplied the student alcohol. That student claims he does not know who supplied him with the alcohol, and the sheriff's office was unable to determine if the assistant principal was at her home at the time of the party.
Either the person who was throwing the party announced it to their network and maybe they were a part of that network. Secondarily, maybe they had a filter, so if they had a custom filter, and maybe if I'm scrolling through my filters, I see that there's something happening.
Short was in her 6-month probationary period with the district and was fired. As far as the assistant principal, she has been reassigned and will not have any contact with students until the school district wraps up its investigation. Plans to expand Bradenton's Riverwalk continue to move forward. A public meeting taking place tonight where information about the project was being discussed and officials were listening to input. ABC7's Rick Adams joins us live tonight from the Riverwalk with more details. Rick?
Yeah, Jacqueline, good evening. This is definitely a hot spot here in Bradenton, and there are now plans to make it even better. This stretch along the Manatee River could look very different in the near future. There are plans now to expand the popular Riverwalk, transforming the property from Manatee Memorial Hospital all the way to the east for about a mile. Brian Zoller and his family live near the area of the proposed Riverwalk expansion. He tells us he's looking forward to this massive improvement to his neighborhood.
Kimley Horn did a great job on Phase 1, so we have confidence that they'll do a good job on Phase 2.
Zoller joined dozens of his neighbors at a public meeting Tuesday night, hosted by Realize Bradenton and Kimley Horn. The company awarded the contract for the Riverwalk project. They were providing lots of important information and also receiving input from many of the folks who are on hand.
Kimley Horn will take everything from the survey, the community conversations, and reflect it in a conceptual plan in June, which will be reviewed and discussed by the neighborhood and the city at large.
This Riverwalk expansion would begin at 9th Street East and Riverside Drive East and run to 14th Street East. Although it's not known exactly what will be there or how it will look, city officials say it will be family friendly.
This has become the crown jewel of Bradenton. We're building it around our most important asset, which is the Manatee River. And it's right on the biggest growing asset, which is downtown.
But there are some folks who live in this area who are concerned about additional traffic and delays caused by construction. Ground is expected to be broken on this Riverwalk expansion project sometime next year, and it should be open for folks to enjoy sometime in 2020. And another public meeting will take place this Thursday at 6 o'clock. It'll be held at Manatee United Methodist Church, same place it was held earlier this evening. Reporting live from Bradenton this evening, I'm Rick Adams. Jacqueline, back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Rick. If you plan to visit Heckscher Park in Venice, you can only park your car in the area for a limited time. 4-hour parking signs have been installed around the perimeter of Heckscher Park in Venice. The purpose of that signage is to create turnover in these parking spaces, giving more park users the ability to utilize the amenities, including tennis, shuffleboard, racquetball, handball, and basketball. Earlier this month, the city installed 4-hour parking signs in the Heckscher Park parking lot for that same purpose. Joe Gruder's term in the State House is not up for another 9 months, but he already has some competition for his re-election. University of Tampa political science professor Liv Coleman announcing today that she is running for House District 73. Gruters is also chairman of the Republican Party of Sarasota. He is seeking a second term in office. He beat Democrat James Golden back in November of 2016. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast, plus a Tampa-based sports team cutting ties with its team doctor, the sexual harassment allegations made against him, and how the federal government is taking action following more accusations of sexual abuse.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Our overall experience working with California Closets was phenomenal.
Calm, reassuring.
Through happenstance, we ended up paired with our designer, Jen. She was someone who not only was patient, someone who was professional. She's become extended family.
She had great insight to help direct me towards those things that could make our dreams come true.
We are the Greens, and this is our California Closet story.
We all love our kids and want what's best for them. You have the power to help your kids learn to succeed in life every day. When you promote a love for learning at home, children build the skills they need to be ready for school. You can be their everyday hero. It's easy. Just text Everyday Hero to 77453 for simple learning tips.
I love taking care of my mom. It wasn't easy at first. She learned how to better communicate her needs.
And you learned how to not ignore yours.
I discovered how to make healthier meals.
And I discovered how much I enjoyed them.
Becoming a caregiver is a learning experience for everyone. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blog, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Okay, Bob, we have quite the interesting moon coming up.
Yeah.
But I don't even really know what exactly. It's so many different things all encompassed in one.
Yeah, all three happening at the same time at the end of the month. Now, blue moon isn't really going to be blue. It's just because we have two full moons in the same month. And this is the last day of being January 31st tomorrow. And it's full tomorrow morning, just before sunrise. We'll get into that in just a little bit. Sky should be clear to see the moon. We've got some photos sent in, too. Van Wezel webcam showing a lot of blue skies throughout the afternoon. Warming things up just a little bit. We had highs today into the mid-60s. We'll be a little bit higher than that tomorrow. Gorgeous sunset tonight. Van Wezel webcam showing that and depicting that. Quite a nice sunset right there. And a photo, Barbara Sieber is sending this moon, full moon in, and full moon effect right there. Everything will be happening. We won't see the full lunar eclipse because the moon will be setting before it goes into the full eclipse as far as the moon goes tomorrow. But here's a look at the spectacular lunar trifecta all in one night, or one morning if you will be. The best viewing will be in the West United States. They'll see the entire eclipse, a marvelous cosmic trifecta, and it's going to be, again, the moon closest to the Earth, known as perigee. That will make the moon about 30% brighter. On top of that, 14% bigger. And then we have the blue moon. That's a full moon, two of them in the same month. And then Again, that supermoon is when it reaches its perigee. The blood moon won't really occur for us because it will be setting before that happens, but the Earth's shadow is cast upon the moon. There's still some light that gets into it, and it turns it that terrific red that you see right there. If you don't miss this rare event, you have to set your alarm clock pretty early, though, for tomorrow morning, again, just before 6 a.m. Weather headlines read like this. It looks like chilly overnight. It will be colder to start things off tomorrow morning. We'll have lows into the low 40s to mid 40s near the coast. And we'll be a little warmer, though, in the afternoon. High temperatures will reach into the upper 60s to right around 70 degrees. And then rain chances increasing again on Sunday afternoon, Sunday night. It won't be as intense as the last rain that we saw, but there still will be some showers, it looks like, at this point. Well, we have another cold front that is sliding to the south now. And this cold front is going to bring in some pretty chilly temperatures over the northern plain states. Eventually, this front will make its way through our area. Right now, it's over the plain states and will continue to sag to the south and southeast over the upcoming days. But high pressure in control right now all across the southeast, keeping skies clear there. And we're getting that east to northeasterly wind flow. A little bit more easterly tomorrow, which will warm us up to near 70 degrees. 49 right now. The dew point has dropped considerably down to 37. The pressure's really rising now at 30, 29. That's high. And today's high was 65 degrees. This morning's low was pretty close to average. You'll notice a bit difference tomorrow, almost 10 degrees below what it normally is. So we'll start off in the mid 40s. We'll warm up throughout the afternoon. Should be a very, very pleasant afternoon with light winds, clear skies, and generally calm conditions. Water's still a bit rough out there, but those will be lessening somewhat. By 10 o'clock, we'll be up near 60 degrees. 10 o'clock, we'll be up near 60. And then in the afternoon, as I mentioned, we'll be up near 70 degrees by 8 o'clock tomorrow night, though. Not as cold. We are anticipating low temperatures tomorrow night around 50. Well, here comes the first front. This one comes down on Friday. It should not spoil. Again, it looks like music on Maine. As the front comes down, it kind of falls apart, and we see a little increase in clouds. This is the next front, a little low-pressure energy coming across all at the same time in the afternoon and evening on Sunday, and even into Monday morning. Snow will fall as far south as Tennessee with that one. For boaters tomorrow, small craft exercise caution as well as advisories in effect. We showed you that earlier. And mostly fair cold tonight. North winds at 10 to 15. Now here's the 7-day forecast as we see it. A high of 70. We warm up nice on Thursday, Friday. Really quite nice. Now Sunday, increasing clouds and a chance for showers later on in the day. That continues on Sunday night. And temperatures remaining even warm after the front moves on through. Jacqueline?
Okay, thank you so much, Bob. The Tampa Bay Rays breaking ties with its team doctor. This comes after a video surfaced of a woman alleging inappropriate behavior by Dr. Michael Riley more than a decade ago. Riley was initially suspended after the video was published on January 17th. The team also informed St. Petersburg police of those allegations. Riley has been the Rays doctor since the team formed 20 years ago. He also served at the Lightning's team doctor for 10 years. Florida lawmakers are starting to tackle the issue of sexual harassment. This comes at a time when the state capitol is under scrutiny for bad behavior. A Senate committee passing a bill today that would create new penalties for state officials, employees, and candidates who commit sexual harassment. The House also released a proposal today to fight sexual harassment. Both bills are similar and would create a task force to prevent sexual harassment. And just days after former USA Gymnastics and Michigan State sports doctor Larry Nassar was sentenced up to 175 years for sexually abusing female athletes, including several Olympians, the U.S. House passes new legislation regarding reporting abuse. ABC's Danya Backus has more.
Less than a week after Dr. Larry Nassar's sentencing,
we have taken concrete action in response to the brave athletes who exposed a thoroughly corrupt system.
The House passing a bill hoping to prevent future predators from abusing young athletes, and the Senate poised to do the same. It makes it mandatory for amateur sports groups recognized by the U.S. Olympic Committee to immediately report allegations of sexual abuse to law enforcement, limits one-on-one time between minors and adults, and improves mandatory training to prevent abuse.
We can now confidently say that future generations of children participating in sports will be safer.
The fallout from the USA gymnastics scandal continues. Nasser, the former gymnastics and Michigan State University sports doctor, was sentenced to up to 175 years for sexually abusing more than 150 women and girls. Michigan State's president and athletic director have both resigned, and the university and the famed Caroli Ranch are both under investigation. And today, the Detroit Free Press reporting former Michigan Governor John Engler is set to be named Michigan State's interim president. Danya Backus, ABC News, Los Angeles.
His lips are purple, his body's extremely stiff, and I can't wake him up, and I honestly don't feel a pulse.
A chilling 911 call on the day FSU pledge Andrew Coffey was found dead at an off-campus fraternity party in November. The caller explaining there was a party the night before and that his friend was passed out on the couch on his side. But it becomes clear Coffey was not waking up. On November 3rd, a dispatcher is heard guiding the caller through chest compressions as paramedics are sent to the home. That goes on for at least 5 minutes, and there seems to be more than one person on the line at one point as they try to revive Coffey. A scary scene from just hearing this call. Take a listen.
Let me know when you've done that, okay?
Dude. Oh, God.
Are you able to get him to the ground?
Yeah, he's on the ground.
Okay, and he's flat?
I'm sorry?
He's flat on the ground?
His body's really stiff, I'm not able to get his arm, on the ground.
9 members of the former Pi Kappa Phi fraternity will be back in court next week facing felony hazing charges in Andrew Coffey's death. It's not clear from the call who exactly dialed 911. Well, sports is next, but first, here's what's coming up on Jimmy Kimmel.
Less than 1 year has...
Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel. Tonight, a full recap of the State of the Union with Kerry Washington. Music from Elise Stroh and Stormy Daniels is here, so bundle up. Jimmy Kimmel Live tonight on ABC.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Stay connected to your clients and new customers using ABC7 Digital Media Services. Our team of professionals provide a wide array of digital services to help you get the most out of your website. We specialize in building and helping you maintain the most effective digital solutions for your business. It's vital that your online presence stands out, so our experts will equip you with the best resources available. Trust ABC7 Digital Media Services to give you the right tools to grow your business. These dogs have a huge responsibility. They work with local families and law enforcement to find missing people, but they're not your typical canines.
The dogs have a very specific ability.
And they're trained to use it right here on the Sun Coast. I'm Jacqueline Matter, and I'll show you how a local group is taking dogs like these and turning them into special tools for investigators. Essentially, these dogs are living a double life.
Yeah. Suncoast Canines, this Thursday on ABC7 News at 6 p.m. Looking for something fun to do on a Friday night? Then come to Music on Main, the first Friday of every month at Lakewood Ranch. Enjoy free live music, dancing, great food, and lots of fun for every family member, even the furry ones. Meet up with friends, enjoy activities for the kids, or make it a special date night. And be sure to stop by the ABC7 booth and say hello. Mark your calendars for Music on Main, first Friday of the month, 6 to 9 at Lakewood Ranch. Brought to you by ABC7 and these sponsors.
It's me, Artie. Come see what I collected from the Creative Galaxy in my idea box.
Transform your world.
Will you help me make art?
Before you throw it away,
Hey, I have an idea.
think outside the box.
We'll never get
Go be amazing!
Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle.
Here's today's job of the day. ABC7 is seeking an account executive to join our winning sales team. This is an outside sales position covering the Tampa DMA. Visit mysuncoast.com/job-of-the-day to apply. Now, sports.
After hosting a successful All-Star game in Tampa over the weekend, the Tampa Bay Lightning are back to work tonight. The Bolts in Winnipeg to face the Jets. The Lightning taking an early lead in the first. At the end of the first period, the Bolts had the one and only goal, but the Jets would fire back with 2 goals in the second and another in the third. The final score tonight, the Jets win 3-1. The 23rd ranked Florida Gators on the road tonight, taking on SEC rival Georgia. Florida ended the first half down by 8, but Chris Chiozza hit his 3rd 3 of the night to bring the score closer. In the beginning of the second, Chiozza finds Kavanaugh Allen for the monster dunk that brings the score to 44-39. And then later in the half, Georgia leads by 4. The Bulldogs hit the clutch for a 3-pointer and put the game away. The final score goes 72-60 in Georgia's favor. The 2 Super Bowl coaches talking with the media today in Minneapolis. There's a big difference in Super Bowl experience between the 2 of them. Philadelphia's Doug Peterson is coaching in his first, while Bill Belichick has been to the game quite a few times in the past. This is Belichick's 8th Super Bowl as Patriots head coach.
But they're all good, they're all special, and they're awfully hard to. This is a hard place to get to. You gotta meet all the competition. You gotta find a way to withstand it and battle through it. And so it's a great feeling to be here.
Our guys just go about their business every single day. We know what we're faced against. We know the opponent we're going against. A lot of respect for them, obviously, and what they've done and what they've accomplished.
Well, the big game airs at 6:30 on Sunday. That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's winning lotto numbers when we come back.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
You don't want to miss the annual Venice Orchid Show and Sale February 3rd and 4th at the Venice Community Center. It is the largest orchid show on Florida's West Coast, with thousands of blooming orchids on display and for sale. You'll also find orchid growing supplies, artwork, jewelry, accessories, and free classes. Make plans now to attend the Venice Orchid Show and Sale February 3rd and 4th at the Venice Community Center. Go to vaos.org online for more details.
We all love our kids and want what's best for them. You have the power to help your kids learn to succeed in life every day. When you promote a love for learning at home, children build the skills they need to be ready for school. You can be their everyday hero. It's easy. Just text Everyday Hero to 77453 for simple learning tips.
Growing up, my mom was afraid of the water, something she did not want me to feel.
So I enrolled Missy in swim lessons.
It changed my life.
Missy Franklin.
And now you can do the same for someone that you love.
There's nothing more precious than your child's well-being.
So act now, before it's too late.
Make us swim!
I'm glad I did.
Thanks, Mom. Visit usaswimmingfoundation.org to find, get, or give a swim lesson.
Once you get atrial fibrillation, you need to have a very close relationship with your primary doctor. Prevention is the whole ball game here, because once you have a stroke, you can't undo it. A year without stroke, it's a year that you can enjoy doing the things that you've worked all your life to finally get to do. You took care of yourself. You did what is necessary for you to be around one more year. And then next year, we'll celebrate one more year without a stroke.
I'll be right back.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
Bob, before we end tonight, a big congratulations to you and your wife for your anniversary.
Why, thank you, Jacqueline. Yes, 12 years now, and everything's going smoothly so far, although we were fixing our floor this morning.
Right.
Here's what's going on right now. As far as the day planner goes for Wednesday, it looks like this, and we'll have temperatures in the 40s to start things off. A chill there, 67 for. Be sure to tune into Good Morning Suncoast tomorrow at 5. We'll be taking a look at the moon, too, as well as John Scalzi's forecast.
All right, sounds good.